Ah, greetings, bleepers. How the devil are you? Today you find me peering over a steering wheel. I have some sad news from the metal detecting community, unfortunately. This relates to North East Lincolnshire, and I'm from the southeast from England. But I like to think the metal detecting and the camaraderie is universal in metal detecting, so I feel like I can talk about this. But also the concern of automation within council ideas and how these ideas will bleed into the rest of the country are a concern. I feel there's some serious issues to be spoken about here. If you're not a metal detectorist, you may think, well, what the hell is this? But it's only metal detecting. God, get over yourself, boy. There's other things to be concerned about in the world. But bear with me on this one. Right, let's go through the information first. Metal detectors and barbecues are to be banned from council-owned land and beaches in North East Lincolnshire. Good, barbecues, we hate them. 10 new public space protection orders are to be introduced on the 1st of April after approval by the council's cabinet. The council's cabinet, huh? Wizards and witches. Other prohibitions include lighting bonfires, digging for fishing bait, and releasing Chinese lanterns. Absolutely, with Chinese lanterns. A bother, a plight in our environment. Anyone who breaks the orders can be issued with £100 fixed penalty notice by enforcement officer. Who's gonna be? That's your tax money, that is. Some bloke walking around the beach looking for metal detectorists. Get off! There's a fine. I'd rather not take that fine, sir. Well, what's your name? J.R. Hartley. That is enforceable, waste of tax money. Don't do it. The original here we go. The original plan for a total ban on metal detectors and Chinese lanterns was amended. Both activities can still be done, but will require a prior written approval from the council. So you've got to send a letter off to the council or an email, and then the council's going to look at it. It's going to get sent to someone, sent to someone, sent to someone. Look at the size of that pothole. Deal with that. Don't deal with this. This follows a public consultation with over 300 responses on all the bans and restrictions proposed. Found high levels of support for all the PSPO except a complete ban on metal detecting, which was opposed by 59% to 41%. Other measures include riding a jet ski too close to other water users. Yeah, absolutely. Using council-owned land as a takeoff or a landing site for paragliders and parking on beach slipways. Conservative councillor Ron Shepherd said if the PSPO proved successful, more could be introduced. Ooh. In Cleethorpes, we also have an internationally important habitat for wildlife, he says. Oh, Ron, I've got a few things to say to you, old boy. These places are treasured by most people, rightly so, absolutely. But some activities can harm the environment and wildlife or put people at risk. Not metal detecting, by the way. It doesn't harm the environment or put people at risk. We'll speak about that in a minute. We have PSPOs in place to tackle problems such as dog fouling, good. Cycling in pedestrian zone and anti-social behaviour, all good, good. The council said the new regulations will be soft launch, with individuals caught breaching the restrictions receiving a warning with a zero tolerance approach starting from the 1st of May. All right then, okay, so this is a soft launch, a soft ban on metal detecting, which is going to be enforced by a fine. And again, my concern is the automation through systems and how things like this can just become, you don't even know they're happening these days. You know, you don't get to vote on this type of stuff. It just happens, and all of a sudden you've got some guy from the Third Reich giving you a fine. Right, old boy, let's have a right old squiz at this, shall we? Let's talk about, I've got 2 points, 2 important deep points, okay? So just bear with me. Let's talk about the environment, Ron. So, look at this old boy here. He's all right, isn't he? Having a right good time. He's having the time of his life. Look at that bag there. We've all got one of those, metal detectorists. Big bag, normally bigger than that. Do you know what that's full of, Ron? That's full of rubbish, that is, okay? So, we are the ones that are picking up the tin cans, the debris of beach users. It all goes into this bag and then it eventually goes into a bin. But Ron, please listen, sincerely. In that bag will be a lot of knives, rusty old knives, dropped maybe by fishermen, by whatever, by history, who knows. If you go through the archive of my videos, you'll see there's some instances on my local beaches where those knives are poking up through the sand, and it's literally only a matter of time before a child will step on one of those knives. It's a big issue. They are everywhere. Same goes with fishing weights. You know, they've got those metal prong bits there. They stick up, bam, put your foot on that, or a paw, you know, a dog's paw. God, no, you know. I hate thinking about this because I see it all the time. Unfortunately, it gets worse than that. I've dug many a bomb from a beach. Live munitions, ammo from World War II is a great example. And that's just all lying there. But big concern is used needles. There's a hell of a lot of used needles. I feel that actually the council should be providing metal detectorists with sharps boxes, because we're the ones that are taking these off of the beaches. In some instances I've found some and I haven't got a sharps box, so I don't know what to do with them. So I have to wrap them in something like a towel and then put it in the bin, so the poor dustman's not going to get his, you know, he's not going to get pronged by one of these horrible creatures. It's kind of ironic as well that you're banning the barbecues, those horrible metal barbecues. Well, we're the only people digging them up. We're literally the only people digging them up. We're the only people putting these things in the bin, and they're everywhere. People are just so horrific. We understand that. This is our environment as well, and we like to take care of it. There aren't any metal detectorists that I know of, that I've met in all the time that I've done this, that will just leave their rubbish on the beach after finding something. So I'm guessing that your other concern would be holes. I don't know. I can't think of anything else which is environmentally bad from a metal detecting point of view. Maybe holes, but most metal detectors will fill in their holes. And even if they don't fill in their holes, our holes aren't deep, you know. And also, the holes left by general beach users are a lot deeper than the holes metal detectors. When I was younger, I tried to dig down to China once there. And I think a lot of kids still try and do that. Big holes. I feel like this is a case of throwing the baby out with the bath water concerning this particular council. They've just gone like, right, what happens on the beach? All this stuff. Ban it all, it's bad for the environment. Especially those metal detectorists. And they haven't really kind of considered the depth. I'm not pointing fingers so much because I don't think that they have actually considered this in any depth at the moment. They're just going, right, let's get rid of all that stuff. See what comes back to us concerning public opinion. All right, so that's why I'm making a video like this. So trust me when I say we really do help the environment a lot. You've got no idea how much rubbish, ring pools and those blooming vape things now. We're picking up a ton of those vape things. You know those little metal things that the kids, laughing gas is it? I don't know what that is. Hundreds of them. We are cleaning the beaches for free. Now, my second point is a lot deeper and is of psychology. I did a study not so long ago. I did a video called Mental Health and Metal Detecting, where I pointed out that a lot of things, dopamine, serotonin, fresh air, movement, moving your body, just all of these other things, focus, like a meditation of swinging the coil backwards and forwards, are really good for our well-being, basically. Now, what you may not know, Ron, is that a lot of metal detectorists are ex-servicemen and ex-service women. A lot of them do this so they don't have to take medication, they don't have to be a burden on local health services, etc. This sorts their heads out. Oh boy, it sorts their heads out. It sorts all of our heads out. It doesn't have to be people that are servicemen, ex-servicemen, servicewomen, people that have got PTSD or have had some sort of trauma or suffer from depression or anxiety. We all know that this sorts us out. It does not matter what we find. The fact that we are walking, swinging the coil left and right, being in this environment, using our bodies positively, is really, really good for us. It's really, really good for us. And my concern is that I feel that servicemen and women in this country have probably been shunned to a point anyway concerning their mental health. And this is just taking away something else from them, you know, like another freedom that they enjoy. And possibly this could have a impact on your local mental health services. Where's, you know, this guy, look at him, he's all right. He's having the time of his life. He's happy out there. Leave him alone. He's not doing anybody any harm. And it's good for his mind. You know, it's absolutely good for his mind. And it's a real concern for me moving forward in this country concerning metal detecting, where public opinion is they're just they're looking for treasure, whereas, sorry to use a really cheesy metaphor, the real treasure that a lot of us do it for is the peace of mind that it sometimes affords us. It's a lovely hobby. It's a lovely hobby. And anyway, like, don't kill another, you know, eccentric English thing. Doddery old weird creatures like us wandering around fields and beaches. Come and talk to us. Come and talk to us. We're all friendly. No one's going to, you know, talk to us, and you may be surprised. And also, we're not just all in it to, people think we're in it to get rich. And I found a pendant from a famous actor. He's in Holby City, and it was his daughter. His daughter passed away in the most grim way imaginable. And I found a pendant that he lost whilst he was swimming on Folkestone Beach. And through Twitter, I managed to find the guy, and I got it back to him. He came down from London, and it was beautiful. And other people do this. People do this. They find items of jewellery, and if there's a name in it or something like that, if there's not a name in it, but it's, you know, look on Facebook, but it's fair game. But if there's a name in it or something like that, or something, a distinguishable mark, people try to find the owners. In many cases, there's teams, lost and found teams that try and, do you know how many people's jewellery that I've found that they've lost and they've been so happy? You can look at my videos, it's right there, you know. So anyway, look, Lincolnshire Council, North East Lincolnshire, I don't think this is the way forward for you, and I really do hope that you reconsider this matter, sincerely, from the heart. Thank you for watching, my friends. I shall see you in the next video.